Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of emotions there, but excitement, I would say, would be the biggest one for me. It was just an exciting time yesterday to know what was on the line, with a win and being able to clinch us, for us to be able to go out there and get that win. It was an exciting time, just to kind of get with the guys, get with a group of guys that's been through this, even back in February when when this whole thing started, and with COVID camp and all that stuff. It's just been a fun time, an exciting time with this group, and to be able to get the win yesterday and celebrate with them was it was a lot of fun. It was something that that's why you play this game, to get to that point and to rally around the guys and pull together and accomplish something like that. It was just a lot of fun.
You've been here for a while, and you were kind of here at that maybe the start of what this whole plan was supposed to be, and it's kind of come to fruition this year. But was there any point, like maybe during it, if you kind of wondered how it would all come together, or if it would all come together, or if you'd be here?
I think probably any time a team is going through the rebuild or the starting over, whatever that is. I'm sure each team goes through a time where they're not sure if this is the way it should be going, or if they question the direction. But I think at the end of the day, I feel like everybody kind of stuck to the plan, stuck to what they thought was going to work, and at the end of the day, the plan comes together and it pays off. So it was a lot of fun. There's definitely been some hard times over the years, but when you look back at it and you see where we are today, with a chance to go out even today and clinch home field for a postseason, it'd be really cool with some fans. But it's really cool to be here in San Diego with those types of things there. To be able to accomplish what we've accomplished this year, it's just it's made the long road worth it. I think the first part of the question, I think Jayce he's been great. I think a change of scenery was great for a lot of guys, and I feel like he was able to come in here and bring a new energy. I think was one of the things that really helped. I feel like he came in here and really brought some new ideas, some new thoughts, and I feel like guys really rallied around that. I didn't really catch the second part of that question. What was it?
Sorry, did you just not mesh well with Andy Green? Is there anything to that?
Listen. The past is the past. We won't talk about that. Right now, we're excited to be here. This has been the long road, and we're finally here, so we won't talk about the past.
All right, thank you.
James Clark.
Yeah, I think that could play play a factor into it. I think I revert back to what I said before. Just focusing on one single thing in my approach, and having my hitting coaches and guys around me to really focus on that. I would say that's really kind of been what it is. It has been nice to play one position and go out there and focus on that. But I think at the end of the day, it's been a lot of the mindset from the hitting aspect that's helped.
Hey, Wil, I'm thinking of the very first time we met you when you were on stage at a press conference with Justin Upton and a bunch of other players. Did you think at that time it would take this long for the Padres to get into the playoffs?
At that time, no. Obviously, in 2015, we had a good team here. A talented team with some names on it. So at that time, obviously, I didn't think it'd be 2020 before I'd be talking about postseason. But at the end of the day, it's kind of cool to be a player that, even though there's been a lot of downs, it is kind of cool to be a player that's kind of went through the entire thing. You get to see an entire rebuild process, the good and the bad times to it. So it's kind of a cool situation. Obviously the bad times happen, but when you're in those, it makes you appreciate this more. So it is kind of cool to have been in the entire rebuild process. There's certain years was tougher than others, but at the end of the day, you sit back and you see the entire plan come together, and I think that makes it a little more gratifying.
And after all those growing pains, can you just take us through what it felt like to hit that home run in that moment?
Yeah, that was a cool moment. It's throughout my entire career, I've hit some home runs, but this one the other day was pretty big. And I've talked about we all knew the situation going into it. We knew if we won that game that we would clinch, and I felt like to hit that homer to put us ahead later in the game was a really cool moment for me. Being in this organization a long time, and to be able to have a hit that kind of helps push us to get there was really cool. It was really cool.
When there were struggles last year, was there kind of a low moment on a confidence level that you had to work through? What was that? And then how much has confidence played a role, regain confidence this season?
Yeah, last year was a tough one, man. It was definitely a tough season. anybody having their worst season is obviously, it's tough. And I think those are the times that make you better. It makes you really reevaluate kind of what you're doing. It makes you say, you know what, man, I don't have this figured out, or I need to really drastically change some things. So I look back at last year and say, well, if I don't have last year, who knows what happens this year? So I look at it as a blessing, because it's one of those things that helps you respond to what's next. And, for me, I feel like that's kind of been the big thing for me.